Hello everyone, my name is Jocelyn, and as you can tell by the title of this video, I am now 40 and still stunningly fabulous, if I do say so myself. So before I start, get yourselves a hot beverage or something like that to enjoy this video with. I have one right here. This is lemon and ginger tea. If you are the kind of person who, like me, likes to do other things whilst a YouTube video is going, like doing some cleaning or, you know, showering, or mostly for me it's playing video games. So if you are that kind of person, this is that kind of video where you can just stick it on in the background and listen to me talk and then do your thing. So for me, I'd be leveling up my Pokemon just about now, just grinding. So feel free to do that. Anyway, a lot's happened. So much has happened that I need to fill you all in on, because it has been a little while since I posted, and there are several reasons for that. So first of all, I want to outline what the plan was. And then I'm going to go into more detail about what actually happened. Because, oof, yeah, life stuff happens and plans change all the time. Here's how things were supposed to go. On the Thursday, the 30th of May, it was supposed to be me and my friend Tony were going to Birmingham for a long weekend. I was supposed to be going to UK Games Expo for the full 3 days, and then afterwards we'll spend a day in Birmingham and then come back on the Tuesday. Then, my birthday's on the Wednesday. I was planning on doing something kind of different, kind of fun. Didn't really plan that far ahead. But because it's Wednesday, you can't do too much. So I was also planning on the following weekend to go out, mini pub crawl, round some pubs where I live. Well, near where I live, obviously. And have like the big sort of main thing in Birmingham and the smaller thing here. Just, go out, have some drinks and some fun, whatever. Well, first of all, the scheduling changed. So Tony's boss decided to schedule some time off for himself that conflicted with the time off that Tony had already booked in the diary, and the boss didn't see this, so Tony then had to come back early on the Sunday, and I was still looking around for people who might be coming back later than that, and just no one I knew was coming back to Taunton any later than Sunday. And the point of going up there was, of course, to go and be with the people that I know from my Friday board games group, because many of them are going to Board Games Expo as well. Then I ended up not only getting an interview for a job, but also getting hired for that new job. And due to scheduling weirdness and the week before June being a bank holiday and the fact that I was already leaving on the Thursday anyway, basically they said, okay, why don't you start on the 2nd of June? And because the scheduling had now changed where Tony had to come back on the Sunday the 1st, I said yes. So that's the new plan. Go up on the Thursday, come back on the Sunday, I start my new job on the Monday. This, by the way, whilst the other job that I'm doing, the hairdressing, not going so great because A, mental health problems, and B, it's not really a job, it's more like training and there's no actual payment involved. Whereas with this, it's a job and they're paying me actual money to live on. So I couldn't turn it down. Then the unthinkable happened. Tuesday, 2 days before we were set to leave for Expo, my phone would not work. My second phone, that is. This is the one that I was using for navigating the internet and making YouTube videos and that kind of thing. And it wouldn't work. I plugged it in the charger and it's not charging. This is unusual. Maybe it needs new battery. So I went round to some friends' places and said, you know, do you want try charging it, see if it's my charger that's the problem, and just wouldn't turn on. And it was working fine the previous night. So went to a phone shop and they said, nope, can't get it working. Took it to an expert to give it to, basically on the Thursday, you know, this freelance expert, had to give it to him then and then say, right, I'm going away for the weekend now. I'll contact you after I come back. So that's what happened. And instead of having a wonderful vlog at UK Games Expo, my first ever time going to UK Games Expo, which I was so excited for, and what with this being my big birthday celebration thing that I was doing that was special for my big 4-0, I wanted some, you know, I wanted to record it, and it died at the wrong time. It was the worst timing ever. I didn't have enough time to sort out a replacement phone. So that sucked. So instead I am talking to you about it now after the fact. This is also my second attempt at making this video, because the first time, this phone, the one that I'm using now, and I'll go into more details about how I got this phone, it ran out of battery halfway through and it saved nothing. Yeah. So anyway, the Thursday comes, we finally leave. We leave Taunton, we get to Birmingham. I get to the NEC to pick up my tickets. We get to the hotel room, get settled in. It's great. It's boiling hot. It's sweaty. It's humid as all hell. And I'm super excited for the next day, for the next weekend. I did not sleep well. I didn't sleep well for the entire 3 days. So Friday happens and it was just amazing. It was so huge and it was a little bit overwhelming, but I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I loved being there every day. Went round to a lot of stalls looking at different games, new games that are being created, ones that have been around for about a year, ones that have been just kickstarted, ones that they were demoing, ones that, like, so many games. And I brought back quite a selection with me. So yeah, I really enjoyed myself. I also did a Dominion tournament, which was really fun. It was really hard, actually. I did not get first place in any of those matches. I went to a seminar on the Saturday. Saturday was super crowded. Not ideal for shopping at all. If you are someone who is going to UK Games Expo for the first time and don't really know what to expect, just don't bother going shopping on the Saturday if you're going for the whole weekend, because oof, the crowd. Oof, the crowd. Friday was great for looking around. Sunday was great for shopping because there was so many things that I just, I ended up not buying a lot on Friday anyway because of the tournament. And I thought to myself, well, okay, I've had a little bit of look round. I'll go to the tournament and then afterwards I'll go shopping. But the tournament ended at 7 and I didn't realise that the trading ceased at 6 every day except for the Sunday when it ceased at 4. So that's something to pay attention to. Even though it says it in the guidebook, you get there's a guidebook and a map. You need a map. Because there's 4 halls being used, plus the Hilton that I didn't even get to. So many different events and people to see and, like I said, seminars and things like that. It just was so much that you need a little bit of guidance, and they provide that, which is lovely. And I've kept the magazines and things as well. So yes, a game shopping I did go. I also bought some RP books as well. And I'm just super happy with my haul. I don't think I need to spend any more money on board games now. I think I have enough to keep me going for at least another year, actually. What a coincidence. It's like they timed this thing perfectly. So it was just a wonderful, wonderful time. I really loved it. And of course meeting up with people that I knew from town anyway. We kind of formed our own little group within the sort of board gaming hall. And it was just nice to know that I could go do the shopping thing. Somebody else was going to go do the shopping thing, and there'd be someone that we know around nearby, So that was all good. And on the Sunday, by the time the Sunday afternoon rolled around, it was about 5 o'clock when I left. And I think everyone was just so tired by that point because we'd been doing this non-stop. It's 9 in the morning till midnight. I did not stay till midnight. I left about 11, maybe even 10. I can't remember on the previous days, but that's still a long time. It was pretty much full, lots of people around. So worth it, but my God, I was knackered by the end of it. So went back to the hotel room, had a bit of a lie down and a snack and a drink for an hour, and then we packed and left and came back to Taunton. And then Monday started my new job. Now, as far as uniforms, I've never been a uniform kind of person, but this is really quite fetching. If I have to wear a uniform, at least let's make it a decent one. It's quite, I think it's fetching anyway. And yes, as you can tell from the logo here, I now work for the NHS. That's the part to brag about. The part not to brag about is that I clean toilets for the bureaucrats of the NHS. But hey, nothing's perfect. But it's a decent job. It's easy enough. I'm not going to get burned out like the last job, I don't think. The people are nice that I'm working with, although currently we are tragically understaffed. There's supposed to be 5 people working there, and when I started, it was 3. I was the 3rd member of the team, and one of these 3 has now gone off on sick leave for an unavoidable thing, so that's great. Yay. But seriously, it's it's nice to be able to do that again, to go out, to work a job it's not too many hours, so I've still got my life stuff that I can do around that. My board gaming groups, my playing games, watching films, you know, chilling out in the daytime sort of stuff. And getting back into making videos, of course. So this phone, the one that I'm using right now, is the one that my friend Michelle gave me on Thursday. This is the day after my birthday. And yes, it's ideal for making videos at the moment. That wasn't actually the reason that she gave it to me. The reason was so that I could use WhatsApp, because my other phone, I thought it wasn't really able to do that. Turns out it can. So yeah, I will return this phone to her as soon as I get myself like a proper good one. Let's talk about my birthday itself. So it was my 3rd day of work at my new job, and I'm there like cleaning, you know, big day for me, but I'm just cleaning, just my new job. There wasn't even any board games that day because Jamie decided to spend the day at Thorpe Park with his boyfriend and his best friend, and that was more important than celebrating me. How dare they? Jamie was at Expo with me anyway, and also came out on the Saturday for the drinks, so that was fine. But yeah, I just felt like this really is what being an adult is about. You know, you're definitely an adult now. You are working for the NHS, cleaning on your birthday. This, you know, you've made it. Definitely an adult now. Because I don't feel like an adult. At least I haven't for quite some time. And, you know, it's one of those big transitionary periods in your life, I feel. Like when you become a teenager, you stop doing like the childish baby things, and you reject that, and you become a bit more like aware of not only yourself but also the world around you, and things like music tastes, things like new friend groups, that sort of thing develops at that time. And again, with adulthood, when you become an adult, I feel like it's kind of the opposite. Like you try and cling on to as many of the cool, young, hip things that you enjoyed from 5 years ago. Because, you know, when you were 15, everyone was listening to that band, and now you're like 20 and the singer's on drugs and the guitarist is problematic, and, you know, what's happening to the world? So yeah, I feel like young adulthood feels a lot like teenagehood, in the sense that you're trying to like still do that, but also having to navigate this new world of society says you must do this, you must do the work, you must pay the taxes, you must, you know, buy the house and the car and the stuff. And of course, as millennials, we were doomed to never get a fucking house. And before anyone says this is a down payment on a house, no, it really isn't. It doesn't even scratch the surface. I might as well have these for the rest of my life and be happy in a small flat. Yeah, I feel good about being 40 now. 'Cause okay, I'm childless by choice. I don't have a great income, but it's still something. This new job is certainly as stable as it can be, at least for right now. Who knows what will happen in a year after the government have changed NHS England. But things mostly generally feel right. You know, it's a new chapter on life. It's a positive direction that I'm going in. Yes, I'm an adult, but yes, I still also know how to have some fun now and again, you know? Middle-aged host who's no, that's not happening. No, that's not happening. No, no. It also does mean, though, that I officially have no more fucks left to give, which is really cool. So yeah, I contacted the phone guy, and he said that it was the CPU that had gone on the phone, and that it was basically irretrievable. So I've got about 2 months worth of photos and videos that are lost, which sucks because I backed up my phone about 2 months prior. Which I just, it's frustrating. It's very frustrating. But unfortunately there's not much else I can do. Oh, also, of the information that was lost, all of my Grindr contacts are now gone as well, and this phone that I'm using here can't run Grindr. So yeah, I'm sort of lost about that. I will just have to get a new phone when I get paid at the end of the month, because, you know, I'm a bit short on cash at the moment. This was worth it. Wasn't planning on having a phone up and unalive itself. Certainly not 2 days before the largest board games convention in the entire country. And then on the Saturday, went out. The idea was to go for a mini pub crawl across a few pubs around my corner of where I live. Turns out it was a really, really mini pub crawl, because about half the people that I'd invited backed out last minute, and also we only ended up getting round to 2 pubs. Well, we stayed at the first one for a while and had a nice little table at the back where we weren't being disturbed, so that was good. And then we got to the next pub, and then before we realised it was already like gone midnight, and nowhere else really to go in Taunton because the nightclub sucks. But it was a really, really fun night. We had a great time. I had a wonderful time anyway with the people that did turn up, and I know that a lot of the people that didn't wanted to be there but couldn't. Now I'm just sort of like navigating my life, this new chapter of my life, this new kind of working my way around the whole job thing, you know, incorporating that into my life. This is actually, it's really good for me because I'm cycling there as well. Half the route to work is cycle paths, which is nice. The only part that's not is the part that's through town, which can be a bit tricky because, yeah, cars be dangerous. You don't want to see me behind the wheel of a motorised vehicle, you know? No. At least bikes can go through places that cars can't. So it takes me about 20 minutes to cycle to my new job, because it's the other side of town essentially, which is also really good for me because it's exercise, it's getting my legs and bum nicely toned, you know, it's not too much as well. Although my knee did start to ache yesterday. Probably because I'm so old. No, but seriously, I think it's just because I'm not used to this much exercise, and I'll get used to it, and it'll be fine. You know, my hips also a little bit sore, but I'm getting used to doing it because I'm never used to cycle every day before. So on top of all of this, I'm still living my life. I've got my social life going on, my Cthulhu group on Thursdays, my Troika group on Mondays, my board games groups. You know, that's still happening. I still have a very full and active, healthy social life, which I think is great. Anyway, I think that's all for now. I am halfway through a research project for my next video, so do look out for that, coming at my earliest convenience, let's just say. And until then, take good care of yourselves, enjoy life, because my God, there's a lot out here not to enjoy. So we need to work extra hard to find the good things. And it's also no use dwelling on the bad all the time. Yes, it's really good to be aware and informed and do what you can, but at the same time, there is good in the world still, as well. So until next time, non-binary board gamers are valid, goddammit. Bye.